Moldova, together with the European Union and the United States, is developing a plan for the reintegration of the unrecognized Transnistria region. This was stated by Deputy Prime Minister for Reintegration, Valerio Chiveni.
We are indeed actively working on a strategy or roadmap for reintegration. But, as you know, sensitive issues require caution. We need to carefully consider the steps that will yield results over time. We can't disclose every step in real time because that could be harmful.
The official added that these developments will be made public at the appropriate time. On freedom, political analyst and former member of the Moldovan parliament, Oazu Nantoy, explained what further steps the country should take on this issue.
The authorities in Chisinau need to establish a dialogue with the residents of the left bank. Those residents who understand that they are living in a trap called the Transnistrian Moldavian Republic, and that a shared future with the right bank in the context of European integration could provide them with guarantees for the protection of fundamental rights and freedoms, as well as the right to a normal life in a democratic country.
At the same time, Oazu Nantoy emphasized that it is impossible to negotiate with Russia.
At the negotiating table with Russia, the only talks, in quotation marks, that can be held are about the surrender of the sovereignty of the Republic of Moldova. Russia is an aggressor country. These so-called negotiations are a trap in which Moldova has been helplessly floundering for more than 30 years. And it was Russia that imposed this mistaken framework for perceiving the Transnistrian issue, as if on the left bank of the Dniester, more precisely on the left bank of the Dniester, there supposedly live people with whom we are enemies, and that Russian peacekeepers are needed so that we don't kill each other. This is an absolutely false premise, but one that benefits the Russian Federation.
Meanwhile, the government of the Republic of Moldova has announced that it is denouncing the agreement with Russia regarding cultural centers. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Moldova has already officially notified the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs about this. The decision will take effect 6 months after the official notification, so the agreement under which the Russian Cultural Center operates will cease to be valid on July 4th, 2026. It is known that the agreement was signed in 1998 and came into force on July 4th, 2001. It was concluded for a period of 5 years. After the expiration of the term, it was automatically extended for another 5 years. In November of this year, the government decided to terminate the agreement with Russia, as a result of which the Russian house in Chisinau is to be closed. The Minister of Culture stated that the center does not represent Russian culture, but Russian aggression. Maria Zakharova, a representative of the Russian Foreign Ministry, called this decision by Chisinau an anti-Russian initiative. Ukraine has frozen part of the assets of Transnistria's main oligarch, Viktor Gushon, who is a co-founder of the Sheriff Holding Company, according to the journalistic investigation Zona de Securitate. The decision to freeze Gushon's assets was made after the prosecutor's office determined that companies associated with him were supplying goods and services to the military-industrial complex of the Russian Federation. In particular, the cooperation was carried out through the Moldova Salut factory in the unrecognized Transnistria. The investigation also reveals the key individuals involved in this scheme, the method of creating intermediary companies in the Russian Federation, and the direct connections that likely lead to the Sheriff Holding Company. The Sheriff Holding Company has established an almost monopolistic position in Transnistria, controlling trade, the oil market, telecommunications, and the media. Viktor Gushon's fortune is estimated at $2 billion, according to various sources.